European Parliament has called on 5 member states to recognize the independence of Kosovo. Spain, Slovakia, Romania, Cyprus and Greece are the only EU states yet to support sovereignty of the region that broke away from Serbia in 2008. Well, MEPs say recognition by all members is necessary to work out a common foreign policy towards Kosovo. Well, let's discuss this with Stylianos Christostomidis, a journalist who's in Athens for us this hour. Hello, Mr. Christostomidis. Thank you for joining us. Why have Greece and other 4 EU states opposed Kosovo's independence up to now?
First of all, let me stress out something very important to your viewers in Russia and all over the world. The European Parliament resolutions have no binding powers, but let's say they just express the prevailed mood within the European Union. It's very, very important, this. Now, back to your question. The reason why Greece, Spain, Slovakia, Romania and Cyprus opposed, and they have been opposing this, is very simple. They just do what they have to do. They refuse to open Pandora's box at the moment, because a lot of people know and they hear what's going on in Kosovo, and they just simply refuse to open this box. You know, it's really very nice and easy to have consultations within the European Union, but sometimes we have the impression that they really play with matches, and they have proved in the past that when the fire blows, they have not enough water to put out the fire. And I'm referring to Iraq. There was no common policy there. I'm referring to Yugoslavia, the same things. And recently, with the Greek crisis, you saw again that there was no common policy within the European Union.
Now, these 5 countries, of course, have been among the worst hit financially in Europe. This might be a long shot, but is this some kind of blackmail going on here? I mean, something like, you recognize Kosovo and we'll help you stabilize your economies? What do you think about that?
Well, you know, this is very evil. If it is a blackmail, it's really very evil and satanic, I will say. And personally, to be honest with you, I do not believe in consecutive coincidences. And we have many coincidences recently in the Eurozone. I told you last time I was in Russia today that it is very suspicious, the whole escalation of the crisis in Europe. I'm talking about the bonds, the subprime loans, how they entered Eurozone, and the whole problem they created, the financial problem. You know how the Greek case was handled by Germany and some other countries. So again, you are right. If it is a blackmail, we are talking about a very evil blackmail.
Why do you think the majority of EU states were so quick to recognize Kosovo?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and I have to tell you that personally I believe that they are very fast and very, you know, they wanted to do as soon as possible, because some of those countries believe that they will not face consequences if something goes wrong in Kosovo. Let me remind you how this area is called by many analysts. It's called a ticking bomb in the Balkans. So these countries, if they believe that they will not face consequences, I think they are wrong, and I really hate diplomatic words and terminology, but I must read something very important from those resolutions. They said that 22 EU member states have recognized Kosovo, which is true, as an independent country, and 5 have not, as you said, Greece, Spain, Slovakia, Romania and Cyprus.
I hate to interrupt you, but I really want to get to touch Turkey, which has been trying to gain influence in Europe by supporting Kosovo's independence. How does that help Turkey?
Well, I must divert you, and I must refer to a very well-known book here in Greece that General Davutoglu issued this book, and it's called Strategic Depth. And in this book, many times the general mentions what are the goals of the Turkish nation at the moment and how they will penetrate into the Balkans, and not only into the Balkans, but he also mentions Caucasus, which is in your area, and he says that they are going to use minorities in order to penetrate, and in order to intervene in these regions of the Balkans and of Caucasus. Now, all this you know, all these things that are happening now in Kosovo prove that Turkey is really focused very much in those Muslim minorities.
Stylianos Christostomidis from Athens, live for us. Thank you very much for your input.